Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Who taught you to hate the texture of your hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin to such extent that you bleach to get like the white man? Who taught you to hate the shape of your nose and the shape of your lips? Who taught you to hate yourself from the top of your head to the soles of your feet?
I love people as I meet them one by one. People are just wonderful as individuals. You see the whole...
My great aspiration, my greatest ambition is to be so good. Now, in that way, I'm tiresome, as I suppose, to live with, because I want to be a fantastic human being.
I am the greatest.
We're not disputing that, Cassius, but how does Sonny Liston feel about it?
He can't feel but one way, and let's take everything I say and like it. Because February the 25th, I'm going to take back my job. I'm the champ. He's no champ. He's a tramp.
When you see men fall, don't laugh. Learn. Learn. Because you're on your way up. And the things that tempt people to fall, you and I are not free from that temptation.
What's good? What's good? What's good? Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings. Oh yeah, we back. We back. I'm getting there. How's everybody doing? Peace and blessings again. Welcome to another episode of the Late Night Tip. I am your host, Deepentropy, last of a writer's creed. Appreciate you for tapping in. Let's get some things adjusted real quick. First, you want to keep in contact, send me information, questions, comments, concerns, topics, everything down below is where it's at. Start to finish. You want to show love, support. A like, a share, a repost will do just fine. We don't panhandle or nothing like that. My only objective and goal is to reach out to the general public. That's it. I hope your weekend is going well. I can't believe it's already close to going right back into this work week. But I would rather be looking forward to it than not having anything to look forward to in the first place. So much love to all of you. Glad you could be here. I hope you got a chance to make it out to the virtual open mic we did on Friday. That shit was fire. I absolutely had a blast. Shout out to Adrift. Shout out to Sydney. Shout out to Jacqueline. All phenomenal poets. I love that community. It's always a vibe, man. It's just chill. I just love to chill. I don't like to be in a whole bunch of mess, you know what I'm saying? Especially coming off of the work week. You want to, kick back and enjoy good vibes and stuff like that. So salutes to them. Salutes to Rob. I don't know if he's here, but I appreciate you, man, for everything that you do, brother. If you're not following International Rob, go check him out on Twitter and on YouTube. not big headed over here. I'll plug you in myself if I got to. I got a video for us tonight, and I was supposed to do this last week. I never got around to it. I just kept on putting other things in its place. But I felt like this would be a good time to break it down and really talk about it for a second. Kind of like we need to be humbled a little bit. This young lady right here, she ain't got her priorities together. And based on what I just found out, which I might be dropping this video real soon. Real soon. I don't know what date. But based on what I just found out, what she's doing, oh yeah, she's absolutely fucked. She's absolutely fucked. If they really go through with passing that law, oh yeah, it's a wrap. I don't know if y'all heard about it. I actually just did like a quick little 2-minute upload on IG, TikTok, and all that about them banning pornography. You know what I'm saying? That means OnlyFans, all that shit. Which is ironic that I will be doing this video tonight. So if you got any concerns, comments, questions, I'll read them out. Maybe you don't. Maybe you're just spectating. I thought this was a good one to go off of for the ladies out there, for the gentlemen out there who just recklessly waste and splurge on things that they can't afford, trying to keep up with the lifestyle of everybody else. Yeah, let's go ahead and break this one down, man. Let me pull this up. It's not even a long video for real. It's like a minute or probably less, to be honest.
And when I posted that video, some people were asking me what kind of car I have. So
let me rewind it. I want to make sure that you hear all of it. All right. Like I said, it's not a very long video. Some of you probably seen this clip before. You probably didn't, but you see the title already. Now that shit is crazy, but I'm not even gonna stop it. I'm gonna play it all the way through.
my car note is $1,000, and when I posted that video, some people were asking me what kind of car I have, so I'm gonna show you. This is the inside of my girl. She's a 2024 Jeep Wrangler. She's pretty sweet. This is the inside. Just a little messy, but not too messy. The seat's down because I'm in the process of moving, but this is why she's $1,000. This touchscreen is bigger than every other Jeep. My roof also goes all the way back. Like all the way back. Hold on. Like all the way back. And most Jeeps don't do that, except for the 2024 GXE, or what? 4XE Jeeps. She's also hybrid, so she takes electricity and gas. And this is what she looks like on the outside. But the gag is, my car note should have been $700. I just had a terrible car salesman who took advantage of me. So if you're wondering why I started doing the blue page, making the little hot content, it's because I need to afford the lifestyle that I live. My car note is
Yeah. Let's talk about it. $1,000 a month for what? $1,000 a month for your car note. Oh yeah.
Round one, fight.
There's absolutely no fucking way in the world that you should be spending $1,000 a month on anything outside of maybe your rent, utilities. and food, etc., etc. You know how they say, don't try to play keep up with the Joneses? I think this is what they were referring to. We all want nice things. We all want to look good. We all want to feel good. We all want to feel like we're a part of the community of high-end, nice shoes, fancy clothes. Oh yeah, I'm him, I'm her, and all. But you be living in a cubicle paying $1,400 a month on rent. You can barely get back and forth to work. You're spending $200-300 on your hair and your makeup. Why do you need a $1,000 a month tag in addition to the money that you don't have in the first place? There was something else that she had said too I want to address. But I want to talk about this for a second, right? The only way that you're going to get ahead is being frugal, being resourceful, keeping money in the house. See, everything that you buy, you don't even really need for real. That hair, you don't need it. You were born with hair. You might not like it, but you were born with hair. Why do you need to add on to it? These superficial things that we cling to and idolize is getting us in a lot of debt. It's keeping us from progressing any further economically. It's limiting the opportunities for other doors to open. It creates this gap between you and success. It makes you vulnerable and susceptible to situations that you're going to have a harder time getting out of because you don't know how to financially orchestrate a plan or a blueprint to build you for success. You know damn well that $1,000 a month could have went to something else. You could have put that into school. You could have put that into paying off bills. You could have put that into building a brand. You could have put that into a number of different things. $1,000 on a car that you ain't even owning is ridiculous to me. You don't even own the car. So now you allow the dealership to finesse you into a situation that you're probably not going to be able to get out of. If you don't work, they're snatching that car. I know. I got finessed. And it's not a joke. They will come and get your shit. Another lesson that people need to learn too when dealing with these dealerships. Make sure you know what the hell you're going to do, what you're going for, and what you're trying to get. And don't settle and don't bend or let them finesse you into getting some shit that you don't want. Just because it's pretty don't mean nothing. If you can't afford it, don't fuck with it until you are in a better space to actually afford it. Now you're looking dumb out here. Yeah, it's nice to drive around in for a while. but you're gonna always be paranoid, looking over your shoulder, because if you miss more than 1 or 2 payments, it's a wrap. That shit is about it here. It's sad because the same woman on this video, she's the same one that be calling dudes dusty. She's the same one that be calling dudes broke. She's the same one that's telling you you can't afford her, you can't take care of her, you got to be making this type of money, you got to be making that type of money. She's the same one. But you can't even afford your own lifestyle. Your lifestyle got you in a pickle. You stuck. So let's recap for a second. Not only did you go to the dealership and get finessed, what was supposed, first of all, $700 is too much. I don't care. Fuck that. I don't even care if you're a millionaire. $700 on a no. But you allowed them to trick you into $1,000 a month. What kind of employment did you have before you decided to do the OnlyFans shit? Because clearly it wasn't covering your initial tax bracket. So what? You could have done 700, but you can't do 1,000. Where did you work at? All right, so now you stuck at 1,000. You don't have no kind of understanding or comprehension of the mechanics that come with dealing with these shiesty ass dealers. You don't want to give up the car. You didn't already put yourself in too deep. So now what you gonna do? Shit, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna have to compromise myself. Fuck it. I gotta do what I gotta do. This car too shiny. It's too pretty. I'm not about to give this up. I love it too much. I love how it makes me look in it. I love how it makes me feel in it. And on top of that, I get to get on social media and flex. I get to show off my nice vehicle. And you know what's funny? To anybody who see her on the road, they wouldn't even realize that she don't even own the car. You came on TikTok and said, this is how I'm going to advertise. I'm hip. You exposed yourself for lacking the critical thinking skills to do business. You exposed yourself for being superficial. You exposed yourself for the true nature that is within you. To say that women for a specific price, if it's the right bargain, to say people don't have one is a lie. This is clear proof that a lot of women out here, for the right amount of money, they will do anything. You can say what you want, but it's the truth. This economy is fucking everybody up. And if you ain't get a head start and you wasn't in them books, or you didn't have connections and ties, and you wasn't out here worrying about penis and vagina, if you wasn't doing what you was supposed to be doing, you playing catch up. You just trying to maintain. A lot of us are trying to maintain, including the ones who act like they got it all figured out. No, I know you don't. Yeah. And it's cool. It's cool. I get it. Lesson learned. A hard head makes a soft ass. I absolutely get it because I am one of the most stubborn people there is. And I've learned a number of times, ma'am, this isn't a good look. It ain't. And the very fact that you openly admitted on social media that you would absolutely do OnlyFans, and no, not only do it, but you are doing it. I don't know what to say. I can tell you like some real shit. There's 2 or 3 reasons that I can guess why you're doing it. One, because of the lifestyle. See, it's not even just about the car. You want to be able to afford things. Purses, $200 nails, pedicures. You want to fly to DR. You want to wear the dresses, the stilettos. You want the world to see you as somebody. So you got to dress the part. Right. Nobody who has a respect for the dollar bill would ever play around with their soul, with their person. Nobody with morals, or they care about how they look. Not care in a way where I'm waiting on you to accept me for how I dress, how I walk or talk. I'm referring to something else. You care. If you didn't care, you wouldn't have posted this. And you posted it as a marketing tool as well. Of course you did. You know how I know that? Because the video went viral. And I've documented at least 3 people with large channels, large social media spaces, who went into detail about that specific video. All of them channels have over 100,000 subscribers, all of them. And guess who their audience is majority of, who they cater to the most? Your demographic. That's right, men. They cater to men. Gotta say it again. I admire the hustle. It's lazy, but I understand it. Based on your video, matter of fact, shit. Hold on a second. This is what, let me see something. I'm gonna bring this back up here for a minute. I gotta make sure I pause it as well. I don't want
Car note is $1,000, and when I posted that video, some people were asking.
I might end up playing it again. I might. But based on your appearance here, I can tell that you are a pretty well endowed young lady. I don't believe that this is yours right here. And based on the lower torso, I can tell that you are well over the BMI. But you're probably fitting it in certain spaces that will allow for men to be allured by your bust and by your backside. That is quite obvious. The tattoos on the arm, the fingernails, yes. You are absolutely one of those hood boogers. I know. This is the marketing tool. This is what a lot of these women do. They use their beauty, get on social media. They know the men are going to be the ones that get caught. We're visual. You scroll up and down TikTok or Twitter or wherever, you see a pretty attractive woman or fairly decent woman on your scroll, you're gonna stop because she's attractive. You want to see what the fuck she doing. You want to know if she's dancing. You want to know if she's twerking. You want to know if she's half dressed, if she's doing anything sexual, if she's saying anything sexual. You don't care if she's funny. You don't care if she's intelligent. You don't care about none of that shit. Don't even act like you do. The first thing that catches men's eye is the aesthetic. Once you grab the visual aspect of it, now we're locked in. Now we want to see if there's more. You titled this the way you titled it to get people to engage in how ridiculous it would be to actually spend $1,000 a month. It's easy math. Now that you got your audience, what do? You give us a little tour. You do a little breakdown on the vehicle, how you got finessed. Give us a sob story, and then this is where they hit you. They plug in their links, their link tree, all that. That's exactly what she did. Matter of fact, let's play this again. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about. She wants you to see the vehicle. She wants you to see how shiny it is, how attractive it is. She tells you this little story, sob story, about how the dealer played her, so you feel bad for her. And then she plugs in her OF. Why did she plug in her OF? She wants you to go to her channel. She wants you to go to her TikTok. Her link is right there in the bio. All strategy. Let's play this one more time.
Give me what kind of car I have, so I'm gonna show you. This is the inside of my girl. She's a 2024 Jeep Wrangler. She's pretty sweet. This is the inside. Just a little messy, but not too messy. The seat's down because I'm in the process of moving, but this is why she's $1,000. This touchscreen is bigger than every other Jeep. My roof also goes all the way back. Like all the way back. Hold on. Like all the way back. And most Jeeps don't do that, except for the 2024 GXE, or what? 4XE Jeeps. She's also hybrid, so she takes electricity and gas. And this is what she looks like on the outside. But the gag is, my car note should have been $700. I just had a terrible car salesman who took advantage of me. So if you're wondering why I started doing the blue page, making the little hot content, it's because I need to afford the lifestyle that I live.
Pause it. It was already done anyway. What did I say? It's nice and shiny. She grabs you with her attention, her appearance. Then she plugs in the sob story, and then she goes into plugging her own her OF. Well, OF. I've never seen her before. Let me go check her out. Next thing you know, you're funding her lifestyle. She was irresponsible. She was the one who did this shit. Nobody told her to go out here and get involved with something that she had no business getting involved with. Yet, this same person would try to call men insecure or frugal or cheap. But them same cheap guys, they would never put themselves in a position where they couldn't afford to buy something that they couldn't keep or maintain. And we're not selling our soul for it. So you sold your soul for it. And on top of that, you ain't just doing OnlyFans because you want to afford your lifestyle. You're doing OnlyFans because you enjoy sex. You're disguising it as, oh, I'm forced. You're not forced to do shit. Nobody's forcing you to do OnlyFans. Nobody forced you to buy or get a vehicle that you couldn't afford. You chose that vehicle. You chose to put this up here on social media. You knew who it was going to circulate to. You knew that you had to put your details in your bio so people would get triggered by your idiocy and then go investigate, because every single dude on social media is not a logical guy. Most of them are horny and lonely, and they see you as foreign, like you're a fine or rare cuisine that they've never come in contact with. We see women all the time, but we don't see women all the time. Like if you're used to seeing Tiana Trump or Sexy Red, that ain't shit. But when you see somebody that has never been in a spotlight like that, doing something that you used to seeing other people doing, you're going to be curious about seeing what they do. And it really ain't no different. So don't get it twisted. She got the equipment. I'm talking literally and figuratively. She got the vehicle and she got the vehicle. But you are about to be the ones paying for her lifestyle. This woman is literally living off of you. Literally. She can't afford the car. That I saw the dog, right? I saw the dog. I know there ain't no cheap dog. I know people who sell dogs. Not that breed. Like pit bulls. Pit bulls are expensive. I know that dog was expensive. So I know your lifestyle is expensive. You spend most of your life. You make this much money right here, but you live like you make this. That's who she is. I understand it though. And the reason why I wanted to bring this to the people's attention is because say you like sex without saying you like sex. Say you're lazy without saying you're lazy. You don't want a regular 9 to 5 job. You don't want to be on your feet all day. You want to kick back and watch Netflix and take feet pictures and play around with your animals. If you in the studio, I'll bring you up if you turn your camera on. my partner pulled up. That aside though, young lady, you in for a rude awakening. I'm gonna tell you right now. A lot of women out here are in for a rude awakening. And I'm trying to be as genuine as possible. If you think you're going to be living this lifestyle for the rest of your life, I hope you had a contingency plan. I hope you've been saving. I hope you've been investing. I hope you have a responsible, solid accountant or someone in your corner that's helping you flip your money in case of an emergency. Because if this law gets passed, you're out of a job, if you want to call it that. From what I understand, if this bill is passed, anyone who is in the adult industry, if you get caught, you can go to prison. Now, I don't know if this has been passed. I don't know if they signed on the dotted line and the ink is drying. I don't know that yet. But yeah, you're you on borrowed time. You are absolutely on borrowed time. And all for what? So that you can keep up with your friends, your family, so you can look good when you're doing your shorts and your reels. Is that what this is all about?
Good evening.
Yeah. What's up?
What's going on, man? What's the deal on this, brother?
I tell you, I'll run it back so you can see it for yourself and hear it for yourself. Um, it ain't very long. It's self-explanatory. But I want your live reaction to it. I don't want to give you my own assessment. I want your live response on it. Hold on. I'm gonna rewind it all the way back.
My car note is $1,000, and when I posted that video, some people were asking me what kind of car I have, so I'm gonna show you. This is the inside of my girl. She's a 2024 Jeep Wrangler. She's pretty sweet. This is the inside. Just a little messy, but not too messy. The seat's down because I'm in the process of moving, but this is why she's $1,000. This touchscreen is bigger than every other Jeep. My roof also goes all the way back. Like all the way back. Hold on. Like all the way back. And most Jeeps don't do that, except for the 2024 GXE, or what? 4xe Jeeps. She's also hybrid, so she takes electricity and gas. And this is what she looks like on the outside. But the gag is, my car note should have been $700. I just had a terrible car salesman who took advantage of me. So if you're wondering why I started doing the blue page, making the little hot content, it's because I need to afford the lifestyle that I live. My car note is
There you have it.
I see. Wow.
Try and play keeping up with the Joneses.
Because I heard her say the lifestyle. She want to keep up with the lifestyle she's in and stuff like that. So, wow. This is what you choose to do, huh? Well,
How can you?
everybody make choices, bro. I mean, what could you say? Everybody make choices. This is something that is real. I'm gonna say is real normal in today's landscape. What she's doing. Uh, hey, it's about that bag, man, and they're gonna use the resources and the outlets and everything, the platforms that's available in this generation to their benefit. It's a manipulation tactic to benefit them, and you heard her say my lifestyle. So if that's benefiting helping her keep up with her payments or whatever that she's struggling with, she's gonna yeah she's gonna use that to her benefit.
Hey, your hustle is your hustle, right?
Mhm.
The problem is understand what come with it. I said this earlier. She's the prototype for women who get online on TikTok, on Facebook, and they'll tell you what they want out of you, what
Mhm.
they require from you. But then you look at this and it's like, who are you to demand anything? You know what I'm saying? You selling your soul and sacrificing your body and your self-worth to live a certain way that is really stone worthy. Like if we were back in times, you would absolutely be shunned from your community. Don't expect to get treated a certain way when you decide to live a certain way. And I even went as far as to say, you're not just doing it because you want to afford a lifestyle, you're doing it because you actually like sex. A lot of these women are horny and freaky as hell. They just won't admit that they are. You know, like there's no way in the world you're going to be able to be so comfortable on camera like that, experimenting with toys, doing little tag team collaborations and all that shit. Just if you didn't enjoy it, you gotta like the shit to a certain extent.
I mean, I think both sexes like to get with each other. I mean, I don't think that's a secret. That ain't a big secret. I think both of them like to get with each other. But the issue with that particular thing is that you're going to get the other side of it, like you just said. It's stuff that come with that type of lifestyle if that's what you're choosing to do. Like such as you don't qualify for the longevity package. You don't get longevity with that. You are you are a regular. That means you on a subscription deal. You know what I'm saying? That means you only gonna be able to get temporary services here and there. But the thing about certain women like that, bro, is that they can get a guy, get a man or whatever, but they're having a hard time keeping one. That's where the struggle come in at. They don't know how to make no man stay with them. You see what I'm saying? So they resort to things like that. It's no real dude is gonna put up with a woman with a lifestyle or make if she making choices like that. Like like what's that situation we covered with Joe Smith and he went through all them problems with his wife. So I mean I just don't see it. I just don't see it in the regular lens. Now, of course, it's it's gonna be accepted by some. You know what I'm saying? It's subjective, so some will, fall under the umbrella of, you know, her spell, or whatever she putting out there. Somebody gonna walk that line with her. But when I'm looking at the odds, nah, not on what she should get. I don't think a guy gonna go for that. You gonna get somebody with some deficiencies and shit. But you ain't gonna get nobody that you think you should have. You're gonna be disqualified.
I'm glad you pointed that part out too, because my whole thing with this is like she isn't ugly or unattractive, but I'm looking at the car. You don't own the car. You're pretty much paying it off. You got finessed by the dealership, meaning you don't know how to bargain. You don't know how to make. You went in there, said, "I want this." They sold you a dream. You bought it for more than what you were supposed to. Now you're stuck with a bill that you're gonna have to tend to, or they're gonna come snatch it. And I know how that is, because I done stuck my foot in my mouth before. You know what I'm saying? And I'm looking at that. Like, shit, if you were to try to date her, you would probably be screwed at some point, because you will be pretty much taking care of her. She doesn't seem like she's responsible with money at all. She doesn't really seem to have respect for it.
Well, I'm gonna say this. That's the challenge. See, all right, let's rewind a little bit to what you just said. Let's go back to her even purchasing that vehicle. Let's start right there. When she went in there and purchased that vehicle, she was already kind of handicapped. She was lackluster because she went in kind of blind, not knowing about vehicles. See, this the thing. It would have been sweet if she had a real dude on her arm that can go up in there and make sure she get the best of it, the best automobile that she can get. So she was already kind of handicapped, not having that guidance. So she lacked guidance. So if he was in there with her, somebody on her arm, she wouldn't have got beat like that. That's one. Now she got beat, so now it's like, when I'm not looking for, back to it. I'm not looking for love. I'm looking for some help. You know what I'm saying? So it's about help. Now, when you're gonna help, you're supposed to naturally help someone you love, but I feel like that help got to be a little more neutral. So if she's not pouring in to whoever's doing that for her, then that's not cool. And I think her mindset is not predicated on what she can give. It's predicated on what can be given to her. What she can get from somebody. And I think that's a bad mindset to have, because you're gonna be going nowhere fast. You're gonna experience a lot of breakups like that if you don't have nothing to really offer. So I think, and this is prior of her getting with somebody, because she did this to herself. So yeah, you can go in there and assist, but everybody got their own hiccups. A guy can be in a rabbit hole too, or he could be in a downfall too, and throw the whole meal on her. But I just don't feel like it's right for somebody to come in and throw a whole meal on you like that. It ain't had nothing to do with that plate. That's all.
She did it to herself. With we got like look at it this way. She has to be our age or a little younger. So to me, you already know better, or you don't. This ain't the first time. You can't convince me this is the first time that she's made decisions like this. If I had to give her a number, I'm gonna say, all right, she's 34, 35. Just giving a random number. This ain't your first time being like careless with your spending. Did you see the dog that was in the front seat? That ain't no cheap dog.
But you got to understand also that if you get a poll on here or something like that, and you get to ask this question with a lot of females. Most females, believe it or not, they got $1 billion mind with a penny pocket. So they think fashion and they want what they want. You know what I'm saying? And that's why in so little words they like to get with the highest bidder. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta get it on the table here, and that's how they see. They want a lavish lifestyle. Like that dog look real motherfucking expensive. You know what I'm saying? It's some expensive dogs out there, but you don't need to be paying or trying to get no damn dog that's worth 3-4 grand like that. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I'm just saying there's certain breeds that's higher than others, and you know what I'm saying. If you're gonna do that, yeah, you're gonna need you know what I'm saying. You're gonna need a cosigner, something like that, to be agreeing with this, because that right there is a step above your means.
Everything about her screams, "I am a liability," and I see too many of her. She's the prototype. The hair, the nails, the tattoos, the body structure. I'll even go as far as to say she probably just did all of this just to plug her OnlyFans. Because, like, my thing is, why would you go on the internet, right? Tell people how inept you are with spending. Give them a sob story. And then at the end of it, you plug X, Y, and Z. That's marketing to me. You're pretty much. I broke it down too. I was like, this. All right, so this is how I do. Men are visual. When I'm scrolling social media, if I see a pretty face, I'm probably going to stop. Just all for the fact that I see a pretty face and a nice little figure, because I want to know what she's doing in the video. Once you get the visual, you stop them there. They click, start playing. Then you get to talking. Oh, you got a bait topic. You're trying to trigger women and men by what you just posted, but you know that men are looking at you because of how you look. They don't really care about your situation. Then you, at the end of the video, you say, well, this is why I had to do OnlyFans. Now you got, in the mind, you got people thinking like, oh shit, she got an OnlyFans. Now, I'm not about to sit up here and pay no fucking $9.99 or whatever. I'm not doing none of that shit. But there's people out there that will do it. So those are the ones. Yeah. So yeah, it's genius marketing. I mean, it's pretty simple. It's not really complex. Pretty woman, horny men, boom. There go your market. Just give them a sob story. And like I say, I think she already knew what she was doing. Let me ask you a question, and then I'll give you the mic.
You good? You good?
How many people do you watch on YouTube that have over 50, 60,000 subscribers?
Maybe between 3 and 5. I don't really venture out too much. I just stick to my core.
And their audience is really targeting men, right?
Um, it depends on what you looking at or what you're interested in. You know, me, I see things, on both sides. Like I said, I see things on both sides. I see women, like you said, they will target a man, but I also see men, building a wall and getting some defense when it comes to these women. So I see it on both sides.
Fair, fair. The reason why I asked that question is because when we cover topics, we cover them because we know it's going to reach a specific audience
Hmm.
and it's going to go to a specific channel. Everybody does it. So with certain channels like um, Alpha Male Strategies, you don't think he's going to talk about this shit? He's absolutely going to talk about this shit. And who is his core audience? His core audience is men. So if he takes that video and puts it on his channel, you don't think them same dudes are gonna go spin the block on TikTok or wherever she is and go look her up? She knows that. To me, she knows that. I think most of them know that, and that's how they stay in rotation. But I could be wrong. Maybe I'm just overthinking it. But
You on course. The bottom line is the reason why the stuff exists is to captivate a certain male demographic that look at ass and tits all day. That's all. And if you one of those, if you fit in that type of box, then you're gonna, like you said, we visual creatures. Yeah, you're gonna tune in, and depending on how persuaded let it go, yeah, you're gonna send them donations too. Like I said, to me, it's for simps. They do that, and I believe that platform you was talking about kind of point that out. That's somebody that's gonna fall for that. That's not for every guy ain't going like that. So that's not enough. You moving and grooving, nah, that's not enough. Not enough. So it's gonna take a little more. And what I mean by a little more is that these days, you know, we got to see more stuff put on the table, more what people can offer on both sides. You know, because a man is that don't mean he's a real good man if he's a great provider. You know, that's what it's more to it. It pretty much comes down to the character. And looking at that video, she got some character issues. So I don't care if she was getting paid or not. She got some stuff to work on. We just did topic earlier, what the top 10 mothers of all time and all that. And I mean, looking at her character, man, she don't fit some of them women we were talking about. She don't. You know, she got a lot to learn, man. You know, it's not about, like I said, that. It's about being, knowing how to be in, you know, your feminine to attract that male or whatever you say you're supposed to deserve or whatever. That's that's what it comes down to. We visual, yeah, we visual creatures, but on the flip, we value respect over all that, you know what I'm saying? Because if you can't have that, it ain't gonna be no love or nothing like that. That's what dudes gotta understand. And some dudes that don't know nothing, they think because they're getting lucky. I'm gonna use that lucky. They think because they're getting lucky that they the man or whatever they thinking in their head, but that's bullshit. That's bullshit. I'm here to wake people up. That don't mean you the man, bro, because you're getting lucky. If that woman don't treat you with the utmost respect and all that, and value and all that, man, you ain't nothing. You a toy. So we not gonna get it effed up with that. So that's why I say with that video with Miss Lady, man, she got some character issues. She might need somebody that's more seasoned that can show her some things about, you know, her womanhood and all that, and get her in the right direction, man.
This is what I would like to say. Right. We all have decisions, and with those decisions come actions and reactions.
Consequence.
Yeah. When you decide to expose yourself like that to the world, you have absolutely no control or authority over how another person is going to react to what you're doing. Just like you're practicing your freedom of speech and you're practicing your ability to do you, they're doing the same thing. Now, do I agree with how folks might respond all the time? No. But that's what makes America America. Until you cross certain lines that would get you in jail. What she's doing to me is saying, ladies, it's okay to do this. Remember when I was saying, like, a lot of these chicks don't even have any type of morality or nothing like that. They don't give a shit about what Florida Evans or Claire Huxtable was. The shit that Claire Huxtable was doing, this ain't that at all. And they've long gone away from that shit. This is the hybrid of that. Now I don't know where it started. I know feminism had a lot to do with this shit, but it evolved and it got worse and worse. To the fact that you think it's just as simple as showing off your body and tits and fucking a million different penises every other day or something like that, for you think it's cool, and you think dudes are supposed to rock with you, and everybody ain't about to sit up here and coddle you. And no, The men who find this acceptable and they don't have no pushback, they're the simps to me. They're the ones that's agreeable. They won't tell you no. They won't give you any indication that your patterns of behavior is destruction. It's detrimental to a happy or nuclear household. It's counterproductive all over again. And she probably knows that and don't care. That's all I'm gonna say about that. I don't think she cares at all. Or I don't think she really grasps the concept of what she's really doing. Shit, it's like
Well, I mean, she display, like you said, she displaying her liability, man. It's almost some of these ladies, man. It's bad. We're gonna go back to the same old song. We're gonna go back to the broken record. We're gonna play it again. A lot of these women avoid accountability a lot. It goes back to that word accountability about their current situation. And when I say accountability, some of these women avoid being actual grown up. Like you're a grown up, just like men, go out here they looking for uh, a suitable partner. Women looking for a suitable partner. You know, this is what it's about. It's about being a grown up, handling your own. You know what I'm saying? Responsible way. And that right there is, hey, for some guys, that's gonna be a turn off. That's gonna be a turn off. You one of them. You got to be in the clubs to make your cash and all that. That's your hustle. That's what you do. I'm just saying it's not gonna be for everybody. Everybody not gonna say, oh man, that's something good to put on the table. You know, that's not how they gonna look at it. So you wanna, and then let's flip the script. Some dudes just don't they choose not to get. What I'm saying, a 9 to 5. They don't wanna improve themselves. They rather go out and be in the streets and sell drugs and shit like that. And they think that's the way to go. Well, I mean, it might start out that way. You might feel like you the big superstar baller, but eventually your light gonna get dim because any real woman that's doing for herself or and understands her worth. She not fucking with you. You're not gonna want to rock with somebody like that. That's not responsible, man. So it goes both ways with that. It's just depending on goes back to that word. You got to have a character check, man, because an evaluation. Because as much as we can get on here and say, you know, you need dudes and real guys, man, teaching the young fellas, man, how to be men. These young women, man, need to be taught how to be a real woman again, man. And we put like this. We need some new versions of Clear Huxtables out here, man. We need some more versions of that, and less of what we seeing with this topic right here. So we just need somebody to be more. They got to be more teachable, and they got to be more understanding on how to be what's that, submissive. But that right there is a real masculine way to earn your living, and it's forceful, and it's making the males to digest their lifestyle. Like, pretty much, I'm shaking my ass for a living. It's my lifestyle, and accept me or not. You know what I'm saying, like that. So you can't have that approach, man. You're gonna get somebody deep. You can't do that. And a lot of them just got an attitude.
Yeah. What you gonna do though? You can't really say nothing to them though without them getting offended or feeling like they're being attacked.
Yeah. I mean, you can't judge them. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to be judged. I get that. You can't really judge nobody. But my thing is, you got the ability to choose what's best for you. And like I say, that category that she's in, you know, she's gonna be labeled and put in a category. And then the category that, you know, googly eyes and, you know, looking at her like a gravy with biscuit, they gonna be put in the category too. They simps. You know what I'm saying? That's all you really gonna get. You hope to get you a simp that's gonna come in here, you know what I'm saying, accept that bullshit and pay for whatever mistakes that you didn't created in your life. He's got to fill the void and fix all your problems for you. So hey, there's guys out there that'll do that. That's on them.
Yeah.
Just gotta watch out for the sticky trap. That's all.
I got one more video. I wasn't going to do this, but I don't know if you've seen it. I did a reaction to it already. I don't think I uploaded it yet though. I'm still going to. I just want your thoughts on it because a lot of people looked at this shit like there was a hint of racism here. Hopefully, this is the right one. Let me see. Sorry, not that one. This one right here.
I couldn't even hear that.
Nah, I had to mute the audio for copyright reasons. But basically, what you saw was what it was. They were like, I don't know, they were like young. They were under 7, I believe, and they were
They look
aiming.
the same color to me.
Yeah, they were aiming their guns at officers. The officers didn't shoot at them. A lot of people are like, if this was a black kid, this would have went a different way. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm
Oh,
like,
so that's when it come into play.
right.
Okay, so I see the purpose of the video now. Um, I mean, when you put it to you like that, I mean, you see how they handled it. They de-escalated the situation. They came in. They came in like some pros. It looked like they came in like the officers of the law. They came in. They came in like they was there to serve and protect. You know, so they disarmed young fella, and they was able to, you know, able to save their life, and they was able to get, you know, to be the heroes that's on their badge. That's what it looked like to me. They saved both of those young boys' lives, and I think that's what comes into play is that the way they handle that is what need to be handled all the way around. And I just feel like when it comes to that point you just made, yeah, I believe it would have been handled differently, especially when you're talking about a weapon that actually was pointed. That was a weapon that was actually pointed, and then the story we did a few weeks ago, a weapon that was accused of being pointed. So you know, you do the math with that. I didn't what we see we just saw right there. I didn't see that in the other video that went blurry. That's all I'm gonna say with him.
Yeah, man. I just wanted to get your feedback on it. I ain't know if I was tripping or not. I actually got sidetracked with something I'm gonna have to go address real quick. Um, I appreciate you for pulling up. I'm gonna let you up off here. Shout out to everybody who pulled up to the stream tonight. Um, we'll be back tomorrow, Lord willing. We'll talk.
Yeah, hit me, cause yeah, we need to touch more on that at another time. But yeah, that right there is a good comparison to what happened to my man Ryan Hitler. Cause that ain't go like that for him.
All right, bro. I'm gonna catch up with you in a little bit.
Yeah, do that. I'm here. Gotcha. Peace.